Squig Nation, welcome to another Age of Sigmar Battle Report. I'm your host, James the Fluffmeister, and with me today is...
Jake the Rocket Scientist.
That's right. We have another awesome battle report for you. We got the Maggotkin of Nurgle versus the Hedonites of Slaanesh.
So today I'm actually going to be using James's army. The reason is that my Slaanesh army is still on the shelf.
Yep, still in the process of painting it, but little secret here, I painted this army up in 5 days.
Which you would never guess with the level of detail on it. Super cool. I like it.
Yep.
And it's going to be the demo for figuring out what else I need to buy for mine.
Yep. We'll be going on the list next. Back with the Slaanesh list. Jake, what do you got?
So today I'll be running 2,000 points worth of Hedonites. I'll be running I'm always going to pronounce it, Syll'Esske host. Today I'll be running as my general will be the generic Keeper of Secrets. I'll be running a Sinistrous Hand, as well as for the big spell is going to be Progeny of Damnation. Because I'm going to be running using the Artefact from Ghur, that's going to allow me to do a free reroll for my charge. Really important on literally the beat stick of the army.
Yep.
Next up, Shalaxi Helbane. One of the coolest models I think that Games Workshop has released. Character Sniper, which is always cool. How many characters do you actually have today?
I have 5 characters today.
Couldn't have had 6?
No, sorry.
All right. Well, either way, really cool character sniping ability, and at the end of the day, it's still a Keeper of Secrets. Interestingly, I'm also running a Soulfeaster today. Also, it's going to be the Forge World Keeper of Secrets. Really cool overall. However, the only difference is that it's about a 10-point difference, and you lose the command ability. Only running it because literally ran out of points.
Yep.
Which, sort of a bummer, especially with the General Handbook bumping up a lot of the points of all the Slaanesh characters. Wouldn't be Syll'Eske's host without Syll'Esske himself. Running Hysterical Frenzy overall. As with typical host, running the giant bubble to trying to get all the extra depravity points. And to wrap it all up, Contorted Epitome, no matter how many times I've said it, always say it wrong. Running Born of Damnation helps trying to shut down a little bit of the magic that you hopefully have.
Yep.
If anything, it's a complete enabler overall. And then I'll be running a Secret Cavalcade Battalion. I'll be running 3 squads of 5 Hellstriders. 1 squad is going to have whips. The other unit is 2 units are going to have the claws. Really fast. Hopefully trying to do a bunch of counter charges and all that. First time I've played the Hedonite army, especially with the changes in handbook, it's really going to show a lot. So I probably will make a few mistakes on this. Looking forward to hearing your inputs on this overall. Absolutely love playing Slaanesh. I've got a bunch of the old Juan Diaz Demonettes from when I used to play them mostly in 40k. Still painting them all up. James, on to you, bud.
All right. Back with the Maggotkin of Nurgle list. Today, I'm running a Blight Cyst, which will include a Harbinger of Decay with the Witherstaff, a Sorcerer with the Blades of Putrefaction, try to get those mortal wounds off. Mm-hmm. My General is the Lord of Afflictions. He's got Rustfang, which is an item which, if he's within 3 inches of you at the start of the combat phase, makes you -1 save rest of the battle. Mm-hmm. And then he's got Virulent Contagion. Gives him an additional -1 rend on his weapons. I got a Lord of Blights, because you have to take it with the battalion. And then in the rest of the battalion, I got 3 units of 5 Putrid Blight Kings and 1 unit of 10.
Those are not my friends.
No. Especially with the battalion giving them all 1 additional rend. It's much needed. Mm-hmm. And then for the last character that's not in the battalion is a Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. And I got 10 units of Chaos Knights with ensorcelled weapons.
Sweet.
Yep. So this is pretty fun. I'm really excited with the new point drops. Mm-hmm. I think it gives Nurgle some legs to be somewhat competitive. Mm-hmm. So I'm liking it. It's kind of easy. Just push it forward and roll lots of 6s.
Well, hopefully those 6s will be on my favor, man.
Yeah, you got exploding 6s too, so
Yeah.
should be the battle of the 6s. We'll be back with deployment. Here we are deployed. Today we are playing Star Strike, my favorite mission.
One of mine too. Really enjoy the randomness, especially for competitive games.
Yep. Gives you, when it throws a wrench in your plans, you can see how good you are for real. So we're deployed. I finished setting up first, which means I get choice of who's going to go first. Since there's no objectives on the board or anything right now, I'm going to go ahead and let Jake go first. We'll be back after his... actually, we'll be back with his hero face.
You got it?
Yep.
I'm going to be opening up with my first hero phase for Heat Knights. Because I'm running the Syll'Esske host, the common purpose rule would trigger. However, I don't have the right amount of numbers, so I'm not going to be getting the additional command points. That's one of the issues that a lot of lists are now facing because the points increase has really shifted that out. For my opening hero phase, I'm going to be opening up with 2 different spells. First off, Shalaxi is going to try doing the number 1 spell they've got, which is Refined Senses. Super easy to cast. I cast only on a 4 with an 8. This is going to let me, until my next hero phase, let me reroll hit rolls for attacks made by the caster that target a hero.
From her?
You got it.
Yeah, I'll try stopping that. So I'm looking for a 9. 8. No, I don't stop it.
All right, and then next up, I'm going to end up using the Keeper of Secrets, which is my general, is going to do some Mystic Shield.
No.
That's a no. Because the rest of the spells in a Slaanesh army are relatively short range, that's going to be my entirety of my hero phase, so it looks like I'm going to be going on to my movement.
All right.
Okay, so I just finished my opening movement phase. Just pushed up just a smidge, as you can see. The Hellstriders on the far left flank just decided to move up the hill a little bit. The Hellstriders in the middle moved up a little bit as well, mostly just to end up shielding the Soulfeaster. My big old command block in the very middle of the field also stayed for the most part. They stayed still. However, though, I end up doing this. I end up moving up the Hellstriders, decide to actually run them as well. However, unlike the Seekers on Steeds, they actually don't have the ability to run and charge. So they decided instead of using that run just to push forward just a little bit and just also be a shield for the Keeper of Secrets over here. The big concern I've got is, hey James, what is your nasty terrain feature in the center?
The Freculent Gnarlmaw.
So I've learned in the past just how incredibly agile that makes it go with the ability to run and charge. And without any objectives on the field right now, it's really hard for me to sort of figure out where to position. So really just acting sort of pretty defensively, which is surprising for the army. Slaanesh does not have any shooting, so there's nothing there. And for combat purposes, I really don't see a reason to try pushing 21-inch charges. So that's going to be my first turn. Relatively bland overall, but I still think I'm in a really good position, especially if he doesn't get the double turn.
All right. We'll be back with my hero phase. All right. So here we are in my hero phase. First things first, I'm going to spend a command point. Put Morbid Vigor from my Harbinger Decay. That's the 7-inch bubble of Disgusting Resilient.
So it gives him a 5-up Feel No Pain, essentially?
Yep.
All right.
And then I got one spell cast. It's going to be Foul Regenesis from the Sorcerer. That's going to let me change my wheel. Just FYI, I did roll a 5 on the Nurgle wheel, which is Nauseous Revulsion, which is making him reroll 6s to wound me, but there's no combat this turn.
Okay.
So, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So Foul Regenesis looking for a 7 here. It goes on an 8.
So I'm going to try denying that. I'm going to try saying no with my Soulfeaster.
Oh, okay.
Actually, with Shalaxi.
Shalaxi, yeah.
Yeah, just because guarantee it's in range.
She's the only one that's in range. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try rolling to say no. It's gonna go off.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the wheel, of course, to Unnatural Vitality, +2 movement this turn, and I think, yeah, that's gonna be it for this turn for my hero phase. So we'll be back after my movement. And here we are at the end of the movement phase. As you can see, everything pretty much just ran up. My rolls for running were not very high. I think everything rolled like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
So they didn't go too far, but the Knights did run. They ran, I think...
5.
Well, no, I ran them...
So you used a command point for it?
Yeah, because I rolled really low. So I just changed it to a 6, so I'm down to 0 command points. But they are now within 6 inches of the Hellstriders.
And once again, the big thing is that Gnarlmaw allows them to run and charge, which puts a lot of early game pressure, especially from a fast, pretty decently hitting unit.
Yep, and with a really good roll here, I could probably get into all his heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and with my summoning points, I had 7. I rolled D3 on my tree. So with the way it works, I had 7, and enough to summon another Feculent Gnarlmaw. So, what do we got here? Actually, I do have some shooting.
No kidding.
I know, it's a Nurgle list, but there is shooting. So, I do have the Lord of Blight right here. I got both units here. I believe it's only actually, no, they ran, so they can't shoot.
That's why I'm wondering.
So, no shooting phase. Let's just go into charges. So, we got the Knights here. They are charging. Alright, they get +1 to their charge.
Okay.
So I'm looking basically for a 5 here.
Yep.
To get into something. Ooh!
That is crazy.
That is 12 with the +1 from their...
the Musician or Banner.
Yep. Let me move that. Alright, so we've set them up. They move their 12 inches. They're still within 7 of the Harbinger to get the 5-up Disgusting Resilience. But we're at the end of the charge phase, which means Jake has some locust rolls to make, I believe.
All right, so I'm going to be starting off with my character. So I'm going to try doing the ability to make you strike last. Mm-hmm. One of the major abilities for the army. So
be on a 3+.
Looking for 3. That's very much not. However, I do have the other ones to try triggering. Mm-hmm. So can we try doing the Shalaxi?
Yep. This will be on a 5-up.
Yeah, since it doesn't have the greater demon ability.
No.
All right.
And then you got a 4-up from the Epitome.
Yep. So let's see.
Last chance.
Oh man. All right. Okay. So actually, there is one more for the Soulfeaster.
What's the range of it?
I believe it's only a 6.
Alright, within 6. Did I position poorly?
You positioned poorly by what looks like.
Let's see.
Just a hair.
Okay, well actually let's measure that off camera. Alright, so we got some of our handy dandy rulers out, and we're actually definitely out of 6.
Yeah, when you had the ruler hovering over, definitely looked a lot closer. This tool is great because that would have allowed me another potential roll to make sure I strike first, which is going to enable a lot of extra attacks into my characters.
Okay, so let me go ahead and make my pile-in. We made our pile-ins. I've pretty much got 2 Knights on each target. So we're going to do the Epitome.
Yep, the Contorted Epitome.
Alright, so I got 2 Knights on there. And actually, where's the champion? Okay, so the champion's on the other guy, so I got to remember that. So, I got 2 of them there, so I got 3 Ensorcel Weapon Attack. These are hitting on 3s. That's 1 miss. I am wounding you on 3s. Okay, that's not flat. That is 3 at Rend 1.
So, only as a 5-up save.
Okay.
So, I'm going to take in 3.
Alright, and then we do the horses. They each got 2 attacks. Hitting you on 4s, I believe. And wounding you on... Actually, the 3s or 4s?
I would say because they're Chaos Ponies, which are pretty tough.
Yep. Let's.
Sure.
Okay, so it's just 1 wound from the horse.
Looking for a 4-up and falter on that, so it's going to be an additional wound. So taking 4 overall.
Yep. And then, so that'll be 8 depravity for you there.
Yep. Which I'll end up marking right over on this ledge right here for the moment.
Okay. And then we got 2 more knights into Syll'Esske.
Yep, you know it.
All right.
He is rather vengeful.
I got one of them as a champion, so he'll have an extra attack. So this will be 7 attacks here. Same deal. Hitting you on 3s. All right. Wounding you on 3s.
Okay.
So that'll be 3 at Ren 1.
All right, so I have a 4-up normally. Looks like I'm saving them all this time.
Ren 1?
Oh, sorry. All falter.
Okay.
My bad.
So that'll be 3 wounds there.
All right.
And then the 4 pony attacks. 4s and 4s. Nothing.
All right, so once again, that's 3 more, so that's going to be 6 depravity.
Yep. And then I got the last 2 onto the Hellstriders there. Let's see if we can... ooh, they all
Shiny.
hit. And can I do that again? Close. I got 4 wounds on them at Ren 1.
All right, 4 wounds, rend 1. Also have a 4-up save. Now they've got a 5. So it looks like I'll be taking 3 wounds.
Okay. And then I got 2 ponies, 2 hits, 1 wound from the ponies, no rend.
And enough to take the other one down, so it's going to be losing 2.
Okay.
All right.
And then we'll remove your casualties and be back with your activation.
Sounds good. So I'm going to be opening up for my strike back, which is the only part of the combat, so it's going to go the next everything that I can is going to smack. Syll'Esske is going to be opening up with using the Scourging Whip. That's 8 attacks, hitting on 3s and 4s.
Nice.
All right.
Full house.
And looking for 4s. All right, so these are going to be rend 1 with 1 damage.
Okay, that's 6 of them.
You got it.
All right, so rend 1, knight save on a 4, so it'll be save on a 5 with the rend. Ooh, I failed them all. And I got Disgusting Resilient here. I saved just 1.
Which is still useful because it keeps a single dude beaten on.
Yep, so these guys got 3 wounds apiece. So 1 guy will die. And 2 wounds will carry over. So I'll mark that up. You want to roll for your next activation?
So I will. So for everyone that's listening, the cool thing about Syll'Esske is when this model fights in the combat phase, you must pick either its axe or its whips. And you can only make the attacks with that one. That's why I'm not using its axe profile yet. After that model, then that player has picked the other unit to fight. That model can then pile an attack with the other weapon, and you can roll hits on this. Okay. So I'll be coming back to this in just a moment. Next up is going to be my big ol' character. So Shalaxi is going to be opening up with Soulpiercer. Only has 1 attack to begin with. Hits on 2s.
Oh, we forgot. That's depravity right there. That's,
oh, I'm going to be doing that in just a moment.
Depravity, yep.
So hitting on 2. Fails. You'd think that such a big target I could kebab a horse. Next up though, I do have 2 Impaling Claws, hitting on 3s and 3s.
Ooh, 6s that generate more the exploding hits to hit.
So it's going to be 3 at this point now. Yeah. So thank you very much, James, for verifying on that. And looking now for 3s as well. All right, so just 1 is going through.
Okay.
This is Ren 2.
Ren 2, so I'm looking for a 6 here. No. What's the damage?
So it's damage 6. So just 2.
All right.
So you do have your 5-up Feel No Pain?
Correct. Ooh, make them both.
Okay.
All right, what's up next?
Let's see. Didn't really, sort of flubbed with that. I'm actually sort of at a loss. I do have all these little tiny Hellstriders though. Mm-hmm. because of the Battalion ability, that lets them do a massive pile-in.
Yeah.
So...
Pile them in 6.
Yep. So, while it doesn't look like there's a lot, they're surprisingly interesting unit overall. They're still, I think, sort of the better choice over Seekers. Their Claw Spear only has 1 attack each, but I still have the character. So looking for 3s and 4s. All right, so that's going to be 2 attacks right there. This is Rend 1, Damage 1.
All right, so I'm saving on 5s here with my armor. And 5 up, feel no pain, make it.
And then I have 6 attacks from the Poisoned Tongue. This is looking for 3s and 4s. Wow.
Of course, the Steeds are always better than the Riders.
Yep, however, I do see some 6s in there.
Yep. To generate some additional hits.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, that looks like it's going to be 4. No rend on this, but hopefully, as always, the ponies do more.
Okay, saving on 4s. Ooh, make them all.
Okay. Then, I'm going to move on over to my Contorted Epitome.
Okay.
Used to be really crazy with some of the realm artifacts. The General's Handbook definitely changed that around considerably. So I'm going to get 4, 7, 8, and 9 attacks right now on those big old block of ponies. So these are hitting on 3s and 4s.
You got some exploding hits there.
Yep, so I'm going to get those 2 misses back. And then looking for 4s. All right, so you're going to have 6 attacks on you. Rend 1, Damage 1.
All right, too bad I'm not Playtest Warband there.
Oh man, that'd be nasty.
All right, so 6 attacks, or 6 you said, Rend 1?
Yep.
All right, so I'm looking for 5 ups here. Make a couple, and then I got my 5 up. Disgusting Resilience. I make another one, so that'd be 3 wounds. So I'll kill
Just another dude.
another dude, and 1 wound will carry over.
And then I also have his tentacles. 2 attacks hitting on 3s and 4s. Flubbing them both.
Ooh.
So I'm going to choose to use a command point though.
Okay.
The Keeper's Secret says you can use the command ability in the combat phase when it's your turn to pick a unit to fight. If you do, pick 1 friendly Hedonite unit that's already fought once in that combat phase and is wholly within 12 inches of a model. So that will be my Keeper. Over here is my General. Measured before this combat just to make sure. It's about 12.5. The unit can be selected to fight again for a second time if it's within 3 inches of any models or any units. You cannot pick the same unit to benefit from this command ability more than once. They just don't want crazy stacking.
Yep.
So, right here.
All again.
So, once again, with this, I will be smacking back with 9 attacks, 3s and 4s. Okay, not as good the first time, or the second round. So only 2 this time with that, Rend 1.
Okay, so I'm looking for 5s here. Make 1. Disgusting Resilience. Ooh, that's leaning. I fail, so that puts another wound on there. All right.
And then I've got the 2 attacks hitting on 3s and 4s. So that's gonna bring back my 1 miss.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be 1. This is Rend 2 though, damage 2.
Okay. So I fail that. And 2 Disgusting Resilience saves. I fail both of those, so that'll be another knight dead. And 1 wound will carry over.
And so you know that we are tracking the depravity points after all this. So because it's a lot of command ability, command related wounds that are going through. And to wrap up everything, Syll'Esske does get to fight back. As mentioned earlier, using the Deadly Symbiosis, you can reroll hit rolls for attacks made with the other weapon. So I've got 4 attacks at this point that are rerolling on their 4 up. Doesn't need it. I also get 1 additional attack out of that. And I'll be wounding on 3s. So just 2. However, this is a Rend 2 damage D3.
Okay, so I'm looking for 6s here on my armor. Ooh, I make 1, so just 1 goes through.
All right, D3. Looking for 3.
3 damage. All right. 5 up. Make 1, so 2 wounds go through, which will kill another knight. And then we'll calculate all this depravity. Is that it for the turn?
Yeah, I'm super surprised that you're able to make such a large charge, but I guess when you charge into a command block, that's sort of expected.
Yeah. Okay, so that is they lost 4 knights right there. They are
probably.
Actually, do you have any? You don't have any battle. You do on the.
So on the Hellstriders, I do have a command. The Hellstrider Hornblower says if the unmodified Battleshock roll for enemy unit within 6 inches includes any Hellstriders with that is a 1, then you have to reroll it.
Okay. Do they have to take a Battleshock too?
3. I'm a bravery 6, so I will.
Okay, so actually technically it's actually my turn. So actually I gotta go first.
Yep.
All right. So I'm bravery 8 with the knights. So I lost 4. So I'm looking for basically 4 or less.
Yeah.
All right. Come on. 1. I have to reroll.
Once again, you do have to reroll it.
Yep. All right. 3. They're still good.
All right, you are safe. My Hellstriders being bravery 6 and having losing 3.
Oh, you lost 2, right?
Yep. So that's cocked for how we play, and that's enough to wipe the unit.
Ooh.
Always pretty nasty when that happens, and unfortunately,
that's I killed 2.
Oh, sorry, 2. So yeah, so I've got the 1 left then.
You got 1 left. Yep.
Whew. I do wish somehow that would give me depravity, but that would be even more anguish to playing Slaanesh. So we're gonna wrap all this up and count all the depravity, and we'll be right back.
Yep. Or actually, you guys want to do the roll off?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Priority roll here. Ready? 2.
I think I will gladly take that.
Okay. We'll be back with your hero phase.
So even though I end up getting the back-to-back turns, we need to end up rolling for where the objective ends up going.
Yep. Do you want me to roll?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do we got?
But of course.
Okay, let's put that objective down. See, the objective went right there in the middle of my army.
Delightful for me.
Yep. So Jay, what do you got for your hero phase?
So Slaanesh is surprisingly hero phase intensive, especially for magic. I'm going to open up with Shalaxi, trying to start with a Phantasmagoria, cast on a 7. It goes off.
Okay. Who would this be on?
So Phantasmagoria is going to be doing, I believe I'm going to pick the Knights. Let me just make sure really quick on that. Okay. Casting value is 7, goes off, pick one enemy unit within 18 inches of the caster that is visible to them, and roll 6 dice for each 5 until the next hero phase. They lose 1 bravery. So yeah, I'm gonna cast it on them.
Okay, I'm gonna let that go.
All right, so rolling 6 dice. And looking for 5s.
-4 bravery?
-4.
Oh, okay.
So that means at this point they're bravery 4. After doing the -4 from Phantasmagoria, I'm also going to do Refined Senses, trying to make it better at rerolling. Only good for heroes, but let's see. Looking for a 4. That's an 8.
What will this do again?
This is Shalaxi's main spell. It says you can reroll hit rolls for attacks made by the caster that target heroes, and you can reroll save rolls for attacks made by heroes. So if it gets into hero-based combat.
Okay, until your next hero phase?
Yeah.
8. I'm gonna have to let that one go too. I only got 1 dispel, so.
Yeah, so that's why I'm sort of making sure to stack all this. Soulfeaster, I'm gonna just try casting Mystic Shield.
Okay.
So Soulfeaster right here, Mystic Shield.
Oh yeah.
So you're very shielded at this point. I think I'm also going to try moving to the other end of the table. Going to use the Keeper of Secrets, who's really not engaged. I'm going to try an Arcane Bolt.
Sure. 7.
Yep. So so it doesn't look like you have any wounds on your knights right now.
Nope. Let's see. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and let that go. So you're going to do it on the knights?
Yep.
Okay, so they have You have I think it's only a 5. Or let me see if the
do their shields bounce back still?
They don't bounce back, but they do get the save against the mortal wounds. Let me see if it's actually better. Chaos rune shields. Nope, it's on a 5, so it's the same one. So just a 5 up here to negate it. No, so they will take a wound.
And do you get the feel no pain?
No, that was just I only get the one after damage save.
Okay. Next up, I'm going to use Shalaxi's abilities. I'm going to open up with a Mystical Frenzy.
Okay.
A Hysterical Frenzy. Still is rather mystical, nonetheless. So this, I believe, is cast on a 7. Pick a unit within 18 inches of the caster that is visible to them and roll 1 dice for each model in the unit. For each 6, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So, looking for a 7. That is a 7.
Which unit again? The Knights?
Yeah, I'll be doing it on the Knight.
And for each?
For each model in the unit, if I roll 6, it takes D3.
Just let it go.
So there are 5 models remaining.
6.
6. All right. So looking for 6s. Doesn't matter. Overall, I'll just move on to the next target. Let's just see. Syll'Esske is then going to do... He doesn't have Subvert at this point. So I'm going to move on to my Contorted Epitome. Overwhelming Acquiesce. This is the big spell, which you've probably been holding out on.
Yep.
So this is cast on a 7. I'm used to usually playing Tzeentch as my main army, getting all these little tiny buffers, so come on. 7, very much not.
But she has an inbuilt rule that lets her reroll cast and dispels, I believe?
Yep, you beat me to it. So, trying once more.
I can't, I'm not gonna, I only got 1 dispel, I'm not gonna use on that.
All right, so for those that are listening in, if successfully cast, you can pick up to D3 enemy units within 24 inches of the caster that are visible to them. Reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks that target those until my next hero phase. So, how many am I going to get out of this? 2. So, I am going to target, first off, the Knights, just because I really want to get them out of the way.
Yep.
Because they're a major heed to me. And also, I'm actually... Let's see, within 24 inches. I'll be back in just a moment because I want to do some pre-measuring on this to figure out who's actually in range. So after doing some measuring, I was originally wanting to target that small little 5-man unit out there. However, even though it's within 24 inches, it wasn't visible. So as a safeguard, I'm going to actually choose this big blob of 10 in the middle. More out of concern about getting double turned overall. And then lastly, I'm going to attempt Born of Damnation. Cast on a 5, I pick a unit within 6, and I get to heal it. If it's a 10, I can heal D3.
Okay.
So, looking for a 5.
This I will attempt to stop. So I'm looking for a 6 here.
Yep.
Oh, it's gone.
All right. Oh, well. So pretty busy hero phase casting-wise. At this point, I'm going to start going on into movement. So, opening up onto my turn 2 movement phase, following a rather successful hero phase. On the right flank of the army, the Hellsriders, which were originally guarding the Keeper of Secrets General, they end up moving forward, doing a little tiny conga line out there, as well as the great thing is they've got such high movement, especially to match the 14-inch movement of an Unwounded Keeper. In the middle, though, much to my dismay, everyone that was originally locked in combat with all those knights, they're still there. So the Contorted Epitome, the named characters, and the single Hellstrider, even though he's just shy of 3, he's still locked in. And then the Soulfeaster decided to run up the table. Once again, 14-inch movement, so that really helped, and he's just outside of 3. I've got those command points because I failed that before. We all know that horrible, horrible feeling. And then lastly, the Hellstriders with the whips that are over on the flank, just because we don't know where the objectives come until turn 3, it makes sense just to keep them sort of safe out of the way.
Yep.
So nothing really going on for the movement. For shooting phase, James, how much shooting does this army have?
I want to say none.
You are right. So I'm going to start going into my charge phase.
Okay.
All right, so trying to do some charges. I've got my Keeper of Secrets I'm going to be opening up with over here because of the Realm Artifact. It also gives me the ability to reroll.
Mm-hmm.
So, super happy I have that Realm Artifact.
Yep.
So, James, actually, how far? Because it should be about 4 inches.
About 4 inches.
So, got to change out to different dice.
Barely.
You know what? Barely still makes it.
Okay.
So, going to be moving in the entirety of that 5 inches.
Did you want to roll for the Hellstriders too?
I'm going to figure out the position of this first.
Okay.
So, 5 inches. I'm not worried about that terrain because can't really move through it.
Yep. Well, there's a little doorway here.
There's a doorway? Oh, yeah. All right, well, it's one of those things, more depravity, right?
Yep.
Next up, I've got the Hellstriders.
Ooh.
I really enjoy that, and I will not be using the reroll because there's absolutely no reason. So, 1, 2, easily. I think I've got plenty of range to make sure this happens.
Yep.
And going to be poking around like that.
Cool.
Trying to scare James. The next one I've got over here is the Soulfeaster. So looking for a 3-inch. And that's exactly why we have command points, friends. So let's see. I told you it was going to happen. Ah!
I would not use those dice anymore.
Yep, they're going to the burn pile. Well, it happens. And then if you zoom in towards the middle of the... guys, that was rough. I'm just do some push-ins when we start engaging in combat.
Okay. Actually, did you want to do your always strikes last right now? Since it's the end of the...
Yeah, I was going to get that one.
Okay.
All right, so I've now done all my charges. So this is when my Locus Diversion is going to start triggering.
Yep. You still using those pink dice, Jake?
I mean the ones that rolled back-to-back double ones with a command point for a charge?
And a 3 over here?
In fact, I have changed dice.
Okay.
So, Locus Diversion, I'm going to be opening up with my Keeper of Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking for a 3-up because it's gets +2 if you're a Greater Demon. James, these dice today. Let's just see. Then I'm going to be doing with the... Let's just see. Going to be moving towards the center, the Contorted Epitome.
Yep. 4 up.
Flubs as well. Man, at the end of this game, I'm going to have to buy a lot of new dice. Next up, I have Shalaxi.
Nope.
Nope, because not a Greater Demon. And big boy over here, looking for a 3. Can I do it? Oh my goodness, this is no fun. Actually, this is ridiculous fun. Just ridiculously bad. So it looks like I won't be getting guaranteed always strikes first throughout this. So at this point now, I have to really figure out how I want to end up stacking combat a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back as soon as we start doing some actual combat. So cool. I'm going to choose to activate my General Keeper of Secrets first. I was pretty torn over this, if I want to have Syll'Esske end up going first just because I've already taken 3 wounds, but figuring out with the amount of terrain that's going on, probably a safe bet to say this is going on, but then again, also re-rolling a 3-inch charge has proven pretty successful for me. The Keeper of Secrets is going to open up with his Sinistrous Hand, hitting on 2s and 3s. To 3, looking for a 3.
Yep.
Be a 4. So this is a rend 1, damage 1.
Okay, so they're saving on a 5 up. Save on a 6.
Next up, I've got 2 Impaling Claws. These are hitting on 3s and 3s. Hitting with both. Wounding with just 1. With this, it's rend 2, damage variable.
Okay, and if it's is that the one where it's a 6 to wound? It does the mortal wounds instead.
Let me check really quickly on that. To help me clarify, I said still learning the rules. Because the delicate precision roll, if the unmodified wound roll is a 6, which it was, that will deal a damage characteristic of that weapon with mortal wounds instead. So right now, because he's at full, the Impaling Claws are doing 5 mortals.
Okay, so 5 mortal wounds. I got my Disgusting Resilience here. Ooh, I'll save 3. So that'll be 2. I'll put that on this guy over here. What do you got left? The Great Blade?
Yep, so I got the Great Blade. Because I'm not damaged yet, I've got 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. So that 2 is going to come back, rolling that 6. Looking for 3s.
Ooh, 3s. So it's
Again, unmodified wound roll for an attack. So that's going to be, right now with an Elegant Great Blade, that's just 2 mortals.
2 mortals.
And then this is going to flub as well, and then 2 regular.
Okay, what's the rend of that one?
It's only rend 1. I'm surprised.
All right, for the big sword. So we're looking for a 5-up save for that. Nope. So that'll be 4 after damage saves. I got to make here on 5-ups. I make 1, so that'll be 3 wounds. So that will kill this guy right here. And 1 wound will carry over.
So for depravity point purposes, so that was only 4. Remember, I don't count for the last.
Yep, so there are 3 wounds. Yeah, so 4, yeah, because you did 4, so that'd be just 4 normal points because you are out. You're not within range of
Because I'm not. Yep, exactly.
of the character.
So next up is going to be your activation.
Yep. So I've already chosen right here to activate with these Blight Kings here before he attacks me again. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. These will have an additional rend because of the battalion. So I'm hitting on 3s with 6 exploding. No 6s. Ouch. That is a lot of 2s there.
That's a pleasant change for once for me.
I know. 3s to wound you.
That's,
Ooh. Only the 1 wound at rend 1.
rend 1. Oh, that's because of the battalion?
That's because of the battalion, yep.
Alright, so I got a 4-up save. Now it's a 5. And
save.
I like it.
Okay, your activation.
Alright, so now that the unit over there flubbed pretty hard, I feel pretty safe. I'm going to move to the middle of the field, and I'm going to use Syll'Eske's attacks. I'm also going to activate the whip again. So it's 8 attacks, looking for 3s and 4s.
Drop 1, but then you gain 1?
Yep. Cool.
Actually, I think you... So it should be the same number of attacks. Because you dropped 1, right? Because you hit on 3s?
Verified it was failing 1 of 2, then I got 2 6s. Next up, I'm looking for 4s.
Ooh.
Yeah, so not is what I was looking for. However, 2 wounds, 1 damage with 1 rend.
With 1 rend. Okay. So I'm here saving on 5-ups. I fail both. And then I got Disgusting Resilient here. I'm hoping... Ah, no. That knight will go down.
So...
That'll be another 2 depravity there.
Just 2?
Just 2.
Oh, that's right, because it wasn't the finishing wound.
Yep.
Alright. He will be able to strike back later on in the turn after your activation.
Yep, I was actually just rolling to... I'm going to attack with those knights. Right there. So... let's go and roll it. So I got I'm going to stay...
Are you doing any pile in?
I am not doing any pile in. Well... I could just give you... No, let me think about it. Okay, so the knights did decide to pile in there. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to attack with a champion on Syll'Esske.
Yep.
And then we're going to use the other 2 to attack Shalaxi.
Shalaxi.
Well,
I know, man. They really should have named him better.
All right, so let's go and do the champion first. He's got 4 attacks. He's hitting you on 3s.
Are these the inscroll weapons?
Yes, the inscroll weapons. That's 2 hits. 2 at rend 1.
All right, so I believe I have a 4-up. Yep. So now I've got a 5. So taking 2.
Okay, and then I got his horse. That's leaning there. 1 hit. 1 wound from the horse.
All right. And the horse does damage as well. So he has 9 wounds, so he's down to 6. And then that's 3 depravity points. Actually, since he takes double back,
yep.
So it's now 6 depravity added.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else are you doing?
And then I got the other knights into the greater demon. These will be the weapons, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. No, a 1 at rend 1.
All right. I'll be taking that.
Okay. And then I got 4 horse attacks, 1 hit, and nothing to wound. All right.
So that's going to turn into that 1 wound is going to turn into 2 depravity, so it's adding 8 total. Is that all that you got to remaining hit me back with?
Yep. Well, actually, yeah, that is everything.
All right, so I'm going to start out then with smacking with Shalaxi.
What's her second name?
Helbane.
Let's just call her Helbane.
All right, all right, guys, you heard it here. Too confusing of names. Easier to go that route. Helbane is going to do 1 attack with the Soulpiercer, hitting on 2s. It does hit. Is a miraculous considering these dice. And then to wound with Soulpiercer is going to be a 2. All right, so it is going to do that. The Soulpiercer has a rend of 3 with damage 6.
Okay, so I get no save. So that'll be just 6.
Sorry, D6.
D6. Okay.
Just
1.
Yep, sure enough, told you those dice.
Okay.
Do you get your 5 feel no pain?
Nope. I moved out of range to pile in.
All right. Next up, I have Impaling Claws, which are looking for 3s and 3s. So that's going to add another one.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 are going through. So this is Rend 2. However, the Impaling Claws, because of my damage profile, are 5 damage each.
Dang. Okay, so I'm looking for 6s here. I do not get any, so that'll be 15 damage.
Woo!
I think that is the rest of the knights. I've only got their 3 wounds apiece. I got 5 left. That is 15. So they are removed. That will be a lot of depravity for you there. So that should be another, because he was unwounded, so that'll be another 20 depravity.
I will happily take 20 more depravity, and I need to really start cashing in on them at this point. And because there's nothing left over here, that means he is not able to smack back. However, going back to the Keeper of Secrets, I'm going to use the command ability. It allows me to use this command ability in the combat phase when it's your turn to pick a unit to fight. If you do, pick a friendly unit that has already fought once in that combat, and then I get to fight a second time.
Okay, back in again.
Yep. So I'm going to be hitting with my Sinistrous Hand on a 2 and a 3.
And
Ooh,
okay.
and that's a 6.
Okay,
So,
that'll be a mortal wound.
yep.
All right, let's see if I can save it. 5 up. I do. That is big, actually, because I don't think you'll be able to heal. Well, you're not damaged, but
Yeah, from the first one, though.
I save that one too.
Let's just see. Then I have with the Elegant Great Blade, I have 4 attacks, hitting on 3s and 3s. All right. So that's going to be 2. The Elegant Great Blade is 1 rend with 2 damage.
1 rend. Okay, so saving on 5s. Saved 1. 2 damage.
Yep.
I saved 1 more, so that'll just be 1 that goes through. So that'll be another depravity there.
All right, and then last up, I have 2 attacks with my Impaling Claws, hitting on 3s and 3s. Hitting with both. Wounding with just the 1. This is Rend 2.
Okay, so I'm looking for a 6.
Dang, all right, well that was an expensive use of a command point.
Yep. And then I think you still have the Hellstriders.
Yep. So the Hellstriders are... Man, I love Hellstriders overall for the amount of damage that they can potentially do, and they used to be Chafe in 8th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Now not so much. They're considerably better. 1 attack each with my Claw Spear. So I've got all of them in range. Actually, do you want to push that
Yep,
in?
pile in.
Yep.
Because you can pile in up to 6, right?
Yeah, that because of the battalion ability.
Okay. So you got 6 attacks, or is it 6 attacks with the claws?
Yep, 6 attacks. Their Soul Hunter's ability does it trigger if an enemy unit were slain by wounds inflicted by this unit's attacks in the combat phase. So, in the combat phase, add +1 to attack characters of that unit's melee weapons to the next phase. So that means it should be getting a few extra more.
If they kill something, but they didn't.
Yep, so that's my mistake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking for 3s and 4s. That's a few 6s. So therefore, 6s are going to trigger, and that's going to get them all back.
Yep. Okay. So 3 of them go through. Rend 1.
Yep.
So I'm saving here on 5s. I fail them all. And then I get my Disgusting Resilience. I make 1.
Can you pause?
So the Hellstriders, I absolutely love this unit. In 8th edition, they were more like a chafe unit. At this point now, they're actually super mobile because they're everything going on. Usually their Soul Hunter ability, if they end up doing any damage, will trigger, but because it's a fresh unit, I'm not going to be getting an extra attack. So looking with 6 attacks, 5 regular, 1 for the extra for the champ. 2 6s are going to trigger. I need 3s and 4s, so therefore that just means it was a wash.
Mm-hmm.
And looking for 4s. So it looks like that's going to be 3 wounds right there. This is going to be at Rend 1 because of the claws.
Okay, so I'm looking for 5s. Ooh, save 2. And can I save you 1 more and deny you your Soul Hunter?
I still have some ponies.
I do.
Alright, so now it all comes down to the ponies. 2 attacks apiece, looking for 3s and 4s.
Got 1 exploding there.
So I got 3 exploding.
Oh, yep. I keep missing those 6s there. Sorry.
And looking for 4s.
3 wounds?
3 wounds, no rend.
Okay. So I'm looking for 4s here.
Mm-hmm.
Save 2. 1 more Disgusting. Can I deny you your Soul Hunter? No. Kill 1. Actually, is that the champion? That actually is the champion. So I do.
I like how you lucked out on that.
I mean, I intentionally did it that way.
Sure, sure. Alright, so pretty brutal combats overall. Despite having the Soulfeaster rolling those ones and not being able to make the combat. So we'll be back in just a moment to do some bravery. At the end of the combat, the Keeper of Secrets Sinistrous Hand from the initial round is going to heal back the 1 wound. Next up, because your bravery, 8 over there on your Light Kings?
Yep.
So just losing the 1's not going to trigger anything. Obviously, there are no knights remaining in the table, so there's that. So pretty easy bravery. Looks like it's going to go on to your turn 2.
Yep. Okay, so here we are in my hero phase. First things first, I'm going to spend a command point to do the Morbid Vigor from the Harbinger of Decay. Next up, my Sorcerer is going to try casting Blades of Putrefaction.
Is that the one that, what does that do? I forgot.
That's the one that 7+ to hit, gives me a +1 to hit, I believe, and any... Sorry, not +1 to hit. I'm thinking of the Chaos Lord here. They get any 6 to hit or do a mortal wound instead.
Ooh, nasty. Okay.
So I was going to roll that. No, doesn't even go. Okay, so that is it for my hero phase. We'll be back after my movement. A slight addendum to the hero phase. I forgot a couple things. My depravity. So we got 3 for being on my side. Unfortunately, my knights that were on your side of the board are no longer there. Okay. So I'm just getting 3 plus D3 for each one of these trees. So that'd be 3, 4. You have no one in here, so I'll get an additional +1.
Okay.
But you are within 3 of this right here, so on a 4-up, you will take a mortal wound on your keeper. You do.
Okay.
So that will be that, and now we'll be back after my movement. All right, so here's... here is the addendum on the addendum. I forgot I have the Blight Kings over here. They are going to try to hurt you. So I think I roll for each unit here. So for the Hellstriders, nope. For the Keeper, nope. And then they will try to heal themselves. No. Okay.
Oh, you stole my dice.
I know. That for sure is now the end of the hero phase. All right, so we've done some movement here. I got a big run with these Blight Kings here. These Blight Kings moved up. They need a 6-inch charge. They did a pretty good run over there as well. So now we're into my shooting phase. This unit here did not run. So he's going to give it, so with the battalion, he gives it to every unit that's possible, but it'll be just them. So that'll be, they got 4 guys in the unit. So they got, they're hitting you on 4s and wounding you on 3s. So 2 hits. Wounding you on 3s. Reroll that and lean in. Just the 1 at no rend.
Alright, looking for a 4+. And I am fine.
Alright, and then the Lord of Lights has his own attack, which is the 14-inch range. 3s and 3s with rend 3.
Oh, man.
Alright. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I lied with the 14-inch range.
Say with that range?
No, okay. I was trying to go for the hero, but...
Are you just out?
Just out. Okay.
Whew, that's relief.
So this will be at your Keeper.
Okay.
And, ooh, rend 3.
Alright, so I've got a 4-up save, so
Negates it.
unfortunately it goes through.
2 wounds on it.
Alright.
So that'd be... Is that 2 depravity there?
Yep. So that will put me at 59 depravity at this point. So next turn I'm going to have a fun time summoning.
Yep. Okay. And then we'll be back with my charge phase. Here we are in my charge phase. We're just going to move down the line here, make it pretty easy. Got this unit of Blight Kings here.
Is that a unit of 5 or 10?
5.
Alright.
For 5 inches, that should...
I should get you at the
Get them there. Yep.
Keeper.
And they can get +1 to the charge, so they'll move 6. Move these guys around. I'll move the rest of them in just a minute here. I'll move them for now. Let's see. Yep. Okay, now we got the big unit of 10. We discussed this before. I need a 6 here.
And that's just to get to my characters.
Yep. Because I get +1 to charge. 8. So I'll go ahead and move that unit. We got my Lord of Afflictions here. He is charging with a 9. We'll use this unit of Blight Kings with an 8 therein. And then the last, the Chaos Lord with an 8. He is in. So we'll move them all in. And then we'll be back with your Locust. Back in at the end of the charge phase. I moved everyone in. You got some rolls to make?
Yeah, so first off, the Soulfeaster, rather unique. So this unit of 5 up front, at the start of your combat phase, you can pick 1 enemy hero within 3 inches of this model and roll 3d6. If the roll is greater than the unit's bravery, I gain D3 depravity points, and 1 is subtracted from hit rolls for attacks made by that hero.
Okay.
So rolling 3d6. What's his leadership?
The leadership of a Chaos Lord on Karkadrak is... Hold on 1 second.
Because he's chaos, so it should be pretty good.
Yep, I think he's like a 9. No, he's only bravery 8.
Alright, so need to roll over that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a 10. So I'll be gaining D3 depravity, and 1 is subtracted from hit rolls for attacks made by that hero.
Okay, so he's -1 to hit. Cool. I want to roll for your depravity?
Alright, so I'm going to be gaining
3.
So that puts me at 62 depravity. Doesn't matter if all my guys end up dying this turn, though. Which, that's a lot of Blight Kings.
Yep.
The next thing, though, is I've got my Locust Diversion.
Mm-hmm.
So each friendly Hedonite hero is within 6 inches of, can create a Locust, select 1 enemy unit within 6 inches of the hero, and roll a d6, adding 2 if they're a greater demon. So I'm going to open up with the Soulfeaster in the center.
Yep.
He's going to choose the Blight Kings.
Good choice.
So looking for a 3-up. Once again, I am burning that dice too. It's to the point where I am almost out of dice for this. Next up, I'm going to be using Helbane. Looking for a 3-up. Different dice. Woo! All right, that's a huge relief.
Yep.
So that big unit of Blight Kings will be smacking last.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I have to do anything else with them. Let's see.
Do you want to try making my Lord of Afflictions? Is he within 6? He is. I think he's within 6 of your demon.
All right, that looks right. So I'm going to be trying that as well. So this would be a 5.
Yep. It does.
All right, so that's helpful right there. The Contorted Epitome. At the start of the combat phase, roll a dice for each enemy unit within 6. On a 4, if that unit fights at the end. If the unit affected by this is also affected by any rules. So it doesn't matter at this point.
Nope. You just got this last greater demon.
Got my last keeper over there.
Which unit?
Let's see. You got a unit of 4 that's pretty damaged, or that's got 1 wound remaining on a dude.
Yep.
And then you got a fresh unit of 5. On that fresh unit of 5, yeah, I'll do the big unit.
Okay. Got it.
Works about time.
There we go. I'll just put a dice next to them so we know who's striking last. And it's my charge phase, right?
Yeah.
So I'll get to pick. I think I only have, I guess I got 2 units I can pick with.
Mm-hmm.
I got him and over here. You know what? And just a heads up, the Harbinger of Decay is within 12 of pretty much your entire army.
Oh, man, dude, that's not what I want to hear.
So you are re-rolling 6s to hit.
So, okay.
And he's going to make you -1 save for the rest of the game. So let's go ahead and activate with this unit of Blight Kings, and we'll be back. Okay, so we got this unit of Blight Kings here. I got 4 of them. They're going into that greater demon. So I'm hitting you on 3s. Let's see if I got 1 explosion I can see. All right. Oh, 2 explosions. So let me roll those for 5. So that's 3, 4, 5. Let's wound you on 3s. This is definitely better than last time. So we got 9 wounds at rend 1 on your greater demon.
All right, so 4-up save. Turn into a 5. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 wounds overall.
Okay. So that puts it on 8. And that gives you 8 depravity there, or 6 depravity.
All right, that puts me at 68.
Okay. What is your activation?
Well, let's just see. They're already striking last. Who's more dangerous? Is it the Lord on Karkadak, or is it going to be your Blight Kings? The unit of 5.
Probably the Blight Kings.
Yeah, it's potential odd explodings. All right, let's go into that next. All right, so on my activation, just because a lot of the other stuff is going to be smacking back, I'm worried about the Karkadak, but those Blight Kings really can do some potential massive explosion amount of damage. So I'm going to open up with the Soulfeaster on those fresh unit of 5 Blight Kings.
Okay.
So open up with a Sinistrous Hand, looking for 2s and 3s. Ooh, it's going to explode.
Yep.
Another. However, do I have to re-roll that?
You do.
All right. Of course that happens. And it flubs. All right, next up, I do have 4 attacks with the Elegant Great Blade because he is still basically at full. All right.
2 hits.
Yep. And I'm looking for 3s.
Just 1.
Yep. So this is rend 1, damage 2.
Rend 1. So this is on the Blight Kings.
Yeah.
So this will be on a 5. Nope. Damage 2. I am too far away from the Harbinger, so that'll just go through. 2 wounds. Okay. What's up next?
Then he has 2 attacks with his Impaling Claws, looking for 3s and 3s. Both going through. Both going through again. So this is rend 2, but if you fail it, it's 5 damage.
Okay, so 6s. I saved 1. So that'll be 5 damage?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll kill this guy here. That is the she has champion there. So he'll take 2 and 3 more. Actually, no, he took 3 and then 2 more will carry over.
So how many depravity is that going to score me?
So he is worth 4, and then you got 2 more there.
All right. And then it looks like that will be your chance to smack back, likely with the Karkadak.
Yep, since he's the only thing that can attack. Well, let's go ahead and roll that. Chaos Lord. He is -1 to hit, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got 5 attacks with my axe. He is hitting you on 3s. So this will be 4s with the -1. 3s to wound you. He does wound you. No rend, but it is 2 damage.
All right. So 4-up save. Not within Witherstaff range or anything like that to reduce my...
Nope, that's just the character over there.
All right, so looking for 4. And
Nice. Okay, now I got my Demon Bound Blade. He's hitting on 3s, so hitting you on 4s. 6s will still be mortal wounds. All right, so that is 1 mortal wound in addition to any damage. And then 3s to wound you. 1 at rend 1.
All right, I'm looking for a 5 now. I'll be taking that. How much damage is that?
D3. Just the 1.
All right, so he's taking 2.
And then the Kargadrak has its horns and claws hitting you on 4s, which will be hitting you on 5s. Nope. And then he's got his tail attacks hitting on 4s, so these will be on 5s. Both hit. Wounding on 4s, both wound. No rend.
All right, I'll be taking 1 of those.
Okay. Oh.
So it's a C for Shalaxi's host for double depravity. I don't believe I'm in range, and I am not, so I'm not going to be getting extra on that.
Okay. Now, do you just want to roll through all your attacks?
Yeah, let's do it. Big combat in the center is where all the nasty stuff's going on. So I'm going to be attacking with Syll'Esske. Going to be choosing to use the whip again. 8 attacks, 3s and 4s. Oh, look at all those 6s which have to be re-rolled. So 2 at least sneaking through to begin with. All right. And looking for some 4s. So that's going to be 2. This is a rend 1, 1 damage.
Okay, so this will be saving on 5s. Saved 1, and I am within range of my Harbinger. 5 up. Nope, that'll be just 1 damage. Okay.
Then I'm going to move along into splitting some attacks, actually.
Okay.
Just because I do have a character killing character. So Shalaxi is going to be using his Soulfeaster, which is a range of 3. Which
Yep, easy.
Easy on that. So hits on a 2, wounds on a 2 as well. But the interesting thing is, killing stroke at the start of hero phase, you can pick one enemy hero within 3 inches. If you do so, all the attacks max be made in that combat versus them. But the damage character for this model Soulfeaster is 6.
Okay, straight up 6.
Yeah, so let's see. So he's going to do a Soulfeaster, looking for a 2. And once again, he's very good at this.
Yep.
However, he's not part of the other unit for the reroll of
Nope.
1. However, I do believe that I actually did cast his Refining Senses on a 4. It's successfully cast until the next hero phase. You can reroll hit rolls for attacks made by the caster that targeted hero.
Yep.
So, this is my last dice in this collection that also be burned. Looking for, once again, not a 1. Which has to be rerolled.
Oh, no, can't reroll or reroll.
Ooh, alright, so I lucked out on that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need to wound you on a 2. And no matter what, it's going to do 6.
Okay. Rend?
It's rend 3.
Okay, so I'll get no save against that. But I do have Disgusting Resilience.
Alright.
On 5 ups here. I saved 3 of them. So he's only going to take 3 damage.
Nasty. And then the claws, because of the rules for the challenge, I'm going to be doing 3 attacks. Or sorry, only 2 attacks. 3s and 3s. This has to be rerolled. And it will fail. And that fails. However, actually,
Is it only ones, or do you get to reroll everything?
Actually, for the original one, you can reroll hit rolls for attacks made by the caster, but I can't reroll the reroll, so that's all going to flub. You can reroll save rolls, however, for attacks made by when you smack him, though.
Okay.
So there's that. I'm going to go back over to here.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm going to be using some axes, though. So Syll'Esske is going to be doing 4 attacks now, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, and rerolling that 6.
Yes.
Alright, so that 6 will trigger now.
Mhm.
Bring that back. Looking for 4s. Or sorry, 3s.
Yes.
All are going through.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
this is Ren 2, damage 3.
Okay. So I got 4 of them.
Yep.
So I'm saving here on 6s. I saved none of them. So damage 3.
Sorry, D3.
D3. Okay.
So 40. So you failed all 4?
I failed all 4.
So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
7. Nurgle's number. All right. Let's see if he can help me out here. Disgusting resilience. I saved 2. So they will take 5 wounds, which will... So that'll be 3 right here. Carrying it over. And then 2 will go over to the next guy.
So how many is that for depravity? Because it will double.
Okay. So that's a 2 plus another 2. So that'd be 4 altogether, so that'd be 8.
Alright. And then I'm going to be using my epitome.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So hitting on 3s. The 6s have to be rerolled.
And reroll
However,
the
these
ones.
1s will also be rerolled
Yep.
as well. So I did see a 2 2s in there. Those are gone. Alright, so that 2 that's going to explode into something else.
Yep.
And wound of 4. So just to be the 1 for that. Rend 1, damage 1.
Okay, so I'm saving on a 5 up here. No. Damage 1. No, so that'll be another wound.
And then lastly, he's got 2 nasty tentacles. These hit on 3s and 4s. There's the 3s, and looking for 4s. Alright, so 1 is going to go through. This is Rend 2, damage 2.
I fail that. Damage 2. I fail both of those. So that'll kill another Blight King.
Is that how much? That 3 damage overall? That I did?
Yes.
So that's going to be just 4 depravity.
Yes.
So guys, I am at 83 depravity, which means that when he starts smacking me back, I will have some serious units to start summoning on my next movement phase.
Okay.
Uh,
And then you got your Keeper and this thing over here.
Yeah, so I've got the Keeper, and I also have the 5 Hellstriders as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to open up with the Keeper Secrets.
Cool.
Just because I do have the, I believe I have 1 command point, is that right, James? On the dial?
Yes.
So that means I'll be able to activate again if necessary.
Okay.
So I'm going to choose to activate the Keeper of Secrets at this point versus... Ooh, I really do want... those Blight Kings have already attacked. So I'm going to try doing it versus the big unit at this point.
That hasn't attacked? Okay. And you have taken 8 wounds, so you are bracketed.
Yeah, so the good thing with them is Keeper Secrets aren't as affected by it as a lot of other armies. So I'm going to open up with a Sinistrous Hand versus them, looking for 2s and 3s. I'm making sure, because I'm targeting the back unit, am I still doing the rerolls?
Yes. It's
right.
against... It's your units within 12.
Alright, so 2s and 3s. It's going to hit. And on a 3, it's going to flub. Next up, I have the Elegant Great Blade. So I am down to only 3 attacks this time. I said it doesn't affect me as much. Looking for 3s and 3s.
1 hit.
Alright, so with that, it's Rend 1, damage 2.
Okay, so 5 up save here. Fail. 2 damage. I am within range of my Harbinger. I'll save them both.
Nasty. And then next up, I have 2 attacks with my Impaling Claws. 3s and 3s. So
Reroll the
this has to
6.
be rerolled.
Yep.
It's going to hit at least. So it's going to go through. It's Ren 2, and because of my bracket, it's only going to do 3 damage.
Okay, so this will be a 6-up save. Fail. 3 damage. I fail all those. So I'm going to put it on the back guy.
So you're not going to throw it onto your champ?
No, not yet. He's right in the middle.
All right. And then for my activations over here, I think I'm going to do using the Battalion's ability for the extra large pile-in. They're going to try sneaking around to do the big unit, which I've already tried to fight. Actually,
Oh, no, you can't because you're already closer to the other one.
ooh, all right. Well, that solves that. James, if you wouldn't mind pushing me in as much as possible. Actually, am I already pushed in as
You are pretty much pushed in as much as you can. Yep. Yeah, I don't think we get much anywhere different.
All right, so I do have 6 attacks. They're all going into the small unit of Blight Kings at this point.
Mm-hmm. And these are affected by the Wither Staff.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the 1 is going to flub. The 6 has to be rerolled.
Yes.
Next up, they are going to be hitting on, I'm just checking this really quick. I want to make sure I'm accurate on this. Hitting on force.
Or I mean, wounding on.
Sorry, wounding on force. So just the solo on there. This is Ren 1.
Okay. So I fail that, and discussing resilience, I save.
Then I do have 10 attacks from the ponies. All right, so hitting on 3s and 4s as well.
No 6s to reroll.
That has really been nice for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just regular saves, no red.
Okay. 4-ups. Make them both.
All right, so I've done a bunch of my damage to you.
Yes.
Wasn't as promising as I would have thought. Now it's time for you to lay back some hurt.
Okay, we'll get my dice.
All right, so before I end up passing this all off to James, the Seeker I did forget. So the Hellstrider with his claw, this is the champion.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be doing both his attacks into the Lord of the Flies. That's going to bounce off. That 5 will work. And looking for a 4. All right, so that's going to work. So this is a Rend 1.
So he fails on his armor. He's got his disgusting resilience. He fails on that as well.
And then I do have 2 attacks with my Poisoned Tongue.
Okay.
So these are also 3s and 4s. And does not matter.
Okay, so let's just roll into it. We've already worked out who's attacking who.
So you're going to be doing, I assume, all 3 of those Blight Kings into Syll'Esske?
Yep. Actually, we're just going to start here. Actually, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because it's all one combat.
It's all one combat. All the wounds get allocated once, so you still get all your depravity even if I kill her.
Yep.
So it won't matter. So we're just going to do the 2 Blight Kings first into the Epitome. So these are hitting you on 3s. Exploding. I am... Ooh. Casualty. Man down. We're going to do... They are within range of my Lord of Affliction, so they're re-rolling 1s to hit you. So this is 3s. Re-rolling 1s. Re-roll that. No explosions. That's 4 hits on it. 3s to wound you. That is 3 at Rend 1.
All right, the Epitome should have a 4-up save. Sorry, only has a 5-up save normally. So looking for a 6-up save.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so taking 3. 4. All right, so it ends up killing because I'm down. Because it only has 7 wounds.
Okay, so that'd be 2 of them will count towards depravity.
So it's going to be 4 overall.
Yes.
So that's going to put me up to 90. And unfortunately, I'm going to lose one of the cooler models in the army. So I'm going to put it up there for the moment.
Okay, and then we worked out I have 3 Blight Kings that can attack Shalaxi? Syll'Esske?
Yep.
One of those.
Not Helbane.
Not Helbane. All right, so these are ups, re-rolling 1s. I do have... Ooh, okay. Got some re-rolls here.
And you do have 1 explosion as well.
Yep. Oh.
Hold on, you did say you have to reroll 6s, right?
So that is 4d6 with these. That's going to turn into 10, 11 right there. So that's 4, 10, 11, plus what's in the... there's one miss right there. So this will be here. So this should be 14. I am wounding you on 3s. All right, there are some misses, but hopefully should be enough. 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds to you.
Dang.
At Ren 1.
All right, so Syll'Esske only is a 4 up to begin with. Now it's going to do a 5.
Okay.
Things are not looking good for the host, and ooh, yeah, looked close. However, it's not. So that is going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are going through.
Okay.
So we'll factor then for depravity.
So that'll kill it. How many wounds does it have left?
It only had 3.
Okay, so it'll be 4 for depravity there.
Yep. And because it's all one combat, all the doubling depravity is going to still trigger for the entire
Yeah, because you
phase.
do all your hits, all your wounds, all your saves, and then you allocate wounds at the end and remove models.
Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, lost 2 of the bigger characters.
And then I got 2 of them into the other greater demon.
Yep.
So this will be 6 of them. Same deal. Okay, no ones to reroll.
However, you do have an explosion.
Yep, for 2, so that'll be coming back. Ooh. That'll be 6 wounds at Rend 1.
All right. So
And you do have -1 to your normal save from the character.
was that through the Wither Staff?
Oh, from the Rustfang.
Rustfang. All right. So you said it's going to be 6 going through. Technically, Rend 2. With all that Rend, 6 wounds going through. 4 up save. Now it's a 6. Looking for 6s. That's very much not any 6s. So it's going to be 6 wounds overall.
Which would be 12 depravity.
Just making sure, so it's just 1 damage on it.
1 damage apiece, yep.
All right, so going up to 7 wounds right there.
Okay.
And 12 depravity. It broke my marker. I'm literally at 106 depravity at this point.
Okay. I do have my Lord of Afflictions.
All right, so you're aware, because Shalaxi is a character, add +1 to save roll for attacks that when you target, so I'll have a 3 up save.
Okay.
There's that, which will obviously be rended down.
Yep.
Then also I can reroll save rolls for when you hit me back.
Okay.
Because of the spell.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna have to allocate these a little strangely. So I have to stay within contact with him. I can move a little bit closer to you. I think, does that get me within an inch? I don't think that's an inch right there. Will you measure it for me?
It is
No.
just outside of an inch.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit you, but I got a 2-inch attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send the Feather Spike at the character. And I'm going to send the foul mouth parts, the venomous sting, and the toxins at the Hellstrider.
All right.
So let's go ahead and do the Feather Spike. He is attacks here. So he's hitting you on 3s, and he should be re-rolling 1s. Okay, so that is 3 hits.
Does he have the
Exploding ones?
Yeah.
No, I thought he did, but he does not.
Okay.
And then he's got 3s to wound you. Okay. So these are Rend 1.
These are all versus him or versus the.
This is versus the character, Helbane.
Okay.
So these are Rend 1 to begin with.
Yep.
He gave you an additional Rend 1.
So Rend 2.
Rend 2. And oh no, sorry, it's Rend 1. He gets +1 Rend to his weapons.
Okay.
That's Rend 2, and then you're -1 for permanently. So it's an effective Rend 3.
All right. So I'm a 4 up. I become a 3. Now I have a rerollable 6+.
6+, so 3 of them here.
Is it just 1 damage?
These are D3 damage apiece.
Oh man. So rerollable 6.
Got 1.
All right. So I'm taking. So 2 are sneaking through.
2d3. 4 damage.
All
So
right.
that'd be 8 depravity.
Nasty. So you said 4 damage?
4 damage.
All right, so he's definitely going to be on his lower bracket. He's got 11 wounds out of 14 remaining.
Okay, and then I got all my foul mouth parts into the Hellstrider. These hit you on 3s. These wound you on 3s. I got 1 at no rend.
All right, so technically it's 2 rend then?
Sorry, it would be 1 rend.
Just 1 rend. All right, so a rerollable 5. Or sorry, rerollable 4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, so this is into the Hellstrider.
Oh, all right. So this is just going to sneak on through?
Yep.
Is it 1 damage or 2?
1 damage.
All right, so that's going to put him at 1.
Okay, and then I got my Venomous Sting. That hits on a 3. Oh, no, hits on a 4, so that misses. And then I got my 1 attack of my Toxins, hits on a 4. It hits, wounds on a 3. It fails to wound, so your Hellstrider will live, possibly. And then let's go right here to my Blight Kings.
All right, so you've got 4 Blight Kings that are trying to smack my Keeper, or the Soulfeaster.
Yes. So it should be 12 attacks. These are within reroll range right here of the lower afflictions. And hang on.
Wow, okay.
Let's reroll these here. Okay, so I got 3 that missed. And I see 3 6s. So that'll be 3d6. Let's roll them over here. Additional 9, so 3, 6, and 9. Plus a 6 in here, so that's 15. And these are wounding you on 3s. 2, 4, 5 miss. That should be 10. Yes. So 10 wounds at rend 1.
All right, so the Soulfeaster has a 4 up, so it's just going to get dropped down to a 5.
Yep. Ooh, that's pretty good.
All right, so I'll be taking a grand total of 6 on that.
Yep, so another 6 depravity for you.
So let me mark this up to 10 wounds on this.
And then I got my second unit of Blight Kings back here. They're going to make their pile in and attack. And we're going to keep him within an inch there, so when he dies, I don't lose coherency.
Yep, we've learned that the hard way.
So I should have 15 attacks again. So this should be 9 on the clear dice, 12 and 15. Let's go ahead and move this right here. So this will be hitting you on 3s. I am definitely out of reroll range. Okay. And I did have 1 6 here.
Okay.
Which provides 6 hits.
Love it when that happens.
So that'll be pretty much all my misses. And 3 to wound you. Okay, so it's a couple misses here. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10 at rend 1.
All right. So, looking for 5s. I see a bunch. So I'll be taking 4 wounds.
Okay, so that puts you up on 12?
Yep.
Ouch.
All right, and that's 4 more depravity.
Yep.
That's 122 depravity. However, if you get to double turn, I don't think I'll be able to summon much.
You won't have any. Yeah, you shouldn't have any heroes left at the end.
Yep.
I believe that is it. So we should do. Actually, I think he was dead. Okay, so we should do bravery checks here.
And we'll be back in just a
In the
moment.
combat phase, we forgot one thing. You got a Sinistrous Hand there with your keeper, so you're going to heal. Is it 1 or D3?
So it's more if it's a hero.
But I think it's D3, and then it's just 1. It's D3 if you kill something, and it's D6 if it was a hero.
So it's a C. The Sinistrous Hand says, if an enemy model is slain by wounds inflicted by this model, you can heal D3. You're right. And if it's heroes, it becomes D6.
Yep, so you're on 10. So how many are you healing? 3.
All right.
Puts you down to 7.
I will happily take that. So because there was no bravery, though.
Nope, I did lose 2 Blight Kings, but they're bravery 8, so it won't matter there. I think that's it for scoring points wise. I do claim the middle, so that will put me on 2 points.
Yep.
And now at the end of the turn, we got to roll to see where.
Yep, for the mission objective, where the new objectives end up populating.
Yep. You want to roll for yours? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll keep it consistent.
All right.
So it's going to be
So
in
it's
that
gonna be
corner
over on my side.
with your Hellstriders there.
Just fortunate. And
Yep.
for you?
1. That'll be right over here. So we'll place those. And then do you want to do the priority roll?
Yeah, can I roll a d20 with my luck?
5. I will definitely take it.
All right, that's really going to hurt with 124 depravity points right now.
Hey. Here we are in my hero phase. Turn 3?
Yeah, I know. A lot going on for both of us.
Okay, so I got lots to do here in the hero phase. Let's see if I can even remember it and I don't need 2 addendums.
We'll start out with your null laws.
Yep, so let's start with my contagion points. I have 8 from the last turn. I have a unit on in each territory, so that's going to be 6 right there. I have no one near my tree, so that'd be 7, and then I get D3 for each of mine. So that'll be 3 plus 2, so 5 plus 7, that'll be 12. That puts me on 20 contagion points. Wow, that should be good. Something to summon. Other things we got to do. You're within range of my tree.
Okay.
Let's see if you take a mortal wound. You do.
Is that a 4 up?
4 up.
All right. So I'm at 8 now. And I unfortunately don't have Shalaxi anymore. It doesn't matter, they're not in range.
Yep, and then here's the awesome thing about Nurgle. I get to roll a whole bunch of dice where nothing happens in my hero phase.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start over here with this unit of Blight Kings. Oh, let's roll for everyone right here. So we got your Hellstriders. If I roll a 6, you take mortal wounds. Nope. Your Keeper of Secrets. Nope. Next up will be this, the green unit of the dark green unit of Blight Kings. No. The light green unit of Blight Kings. Yes.
So what's that going to do to me?
They heal D3. No, they heal D3 wounds. So they will heal 1. And you know what? We forgot. I get +1 to wound on all my attack last turn. We forgot it.
Oh, is that because where the wheel is currently?
That was where the wheel is currently. The wheel has changed now. So we'll see if I can remember my rules. Next up, we have this unit of Blight Kings. Let's see if they can heal themselves. They do not. Can they hurt your Keeper or the Greater Demon? Nope. Can I hurt the unit, the Hellstrider over here? No. Okay, then the Lord of Afflictions. He's got a couple different things. At my start of my hero phase, he heals a wound. So can you move him down to 3? And then in my hero phase, roll dice for each unit, friend or foe, within 3 inches. On a 2+, you take a mortal wound. Nurgle units only suffer this on a 6. So on the unit of Blight Kings, no. On, I guess, himself, since he's technically within range of himself, no. On Helbane, yes, so she'll take a mortal wound.
Okay.
And on the Hellstrider, yes, on a 2+, he will also take a mortal wound.
All right, so that will kill the Hellstrider. And let's see, on Shalaxi, because she has the Aegis, this model with the Shining Aegis, roll a dice each time you allocate a mortal wound. This model doesn't say if it's a shooting or otherwise.
Yep.
On a 6 up, the wound is ignored. Very much my frequent ones.
Okay, and then he's also got the Virulent Discharge, which is the same as the Blight Kings.
Mm-hmm.
So he will try to... actually, you know what? Is this the same thing as there? I don't think it's a different name. Oh, no. It's the same thing as them. So I've already rolled to heal him. So that's it for them. I got this unit of Blight Kings here. Did I roll for to heal themselves? Not yet. Do they heal themselves? No. Do they do a mortal wound to you? No. Okay.
And then does the Karkadak Lord do that as well?
No, he does not. Because he's not a Rotbringer. So that's it for all the rolls. I guess something went off.
Yeah.
I do gain a command point, so I'm going to put Morbid Vigor back on the Harbinger of Decay. I do have my Sorcerer here, who does have Blades of Putrefaction. I also can change the wheel. Let's see. So this turn, the wheel will be... Oh, so this is actually... Let's go ahead and roll this. Roll a dice for each unit within 1 inch of a terrain feature at the start of your hero phase. On a 5 or more, the unit suffers a mortal wound. Nurgle units heal 1 wound. So we got to... Let's roll all this again.
Within a terrain feature? Or
within 1 inch of a terrain feature.
Ooh, all right. You
So,
position this perfectly.
Yep, so let's do the dark green unit of Light Kings. Nope. The light green unit of Light Kings. No. Your Keeper. No. The Hellstriders. No. Everyone there doesn't matter. That unit of Blight Kings. Yes, they will heal a wound, so that they're on full. And your Keeper is out of range of terrain.
However, I
Got
do
this
have the
one.
Soulfeaster, though.
Yep, Soulfeaster. No. This unit, other unit of Blight Kings. Yes, they will heal a wound. So that puts them down to 1. I don't think my Karkadrak has anything
Nope.
done to him. So that'll be that. And yeah, I'm going to try to change the wheel.
All right, so what are you casting that on?
Cast on a 7. On a 6 does not go. So we'll be back after my movement. And we're back after the movement phase. Really didn't have too much movement. My sorcerer here rolled a 6. And as you can see, I was able to summon this unit of Plague Bearers here. And I think that was pretty much it for movement.
That's correct.
So now we're on to my awesome shooting phase.
Which is actually pretty enabled because of the... Which was his character's name?
The Lord of Blights, I believe is his name.
All right.
He gives everyone within... He gives all Plague Bearers within 3... Or not Plague Bearers.
Blight
Rotbringers.
Oh, Rotbringers.
Rotbringers. Or the... Yeah, it's the...
The army
Yep.
ability or name?
So, he's going to give it to them. And this is going to be into your Keeper, the Lord of Blights. So he gives them the thrice ripened head missile.
Tasty, I guess.
Yep. So let's do the first unit here.
All right, is
I
that
got
the
5.
brick of 5?
Yep, the brick of 5. It'll be 4 is to hit, 3 is to wound. So 4 is to hit, and 3 is to wound. That is 2. Just exactly what I need into your Kipper.
Any rend on that?
No rend.
All right, so looking for 2 4-ups. So he's down to 13. So he's at his last wound.
Okay, and then I got 4 more from the light green unit. Same deal. 2 hits, 3 is to wound, 1 wound, no rend.
All right, I survived that. However, if you shoot me with actually him, he's got a super great version.
3s and 3s. So he's going to hit. And he's going to wound on a 4. This is Rend 3.
And unfortunately, I can't do anything because 4 up.
So it won't matter, but 2 damage.
All right. I said bye-bye.
Okay, so that'll be you'll get your depravity though, right?
I took the 2 from earlier.
Okay.
But I won't for a dying, I don't believe.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, he's did his job, well, partially. So, it happens.
And then I got next up. That's it for my shooting phase. We could just go to charges. I think I got. Do I actually have any charges? I do.
I was gonna say you should
with the Plague Bearers here. So, they should be 9 inches away. So I'm looking for a 9.
Yep.
10. Yes.
You have lucked out on all your charges today.
So I'm going to get my first one there. And this will start getting me my unit in to claim that objective.
So one of the things that I was really hoping for, and complete learning experience for it, is James did a great job surrounding me. So when you summon, it has to be within 12 inches, and it can't be within a few inches of them. He basically blocked all my ability to do summoning. So even if I survive through this, all this depravity wouldn't matter.
Yep, because you got to be wholly within 12 of the character you're summoning, and with a keeper's base being, what, 3.5 inches? And if I'm surrounding you, it's going to be very, very hard. But I think we should be able to kill all these keepers. So that's it for my charge phase.
So I'm going to try activating, at this point, my Locust.
Yep.
So I'm going to try doing it with Helbane. I'm going to try doing it off of on the Blight Kings.
Okay.
Looking for a 3-up. Man, this game has really been rough for him.
Those have been rough rolls.
And then the same thing is going to do it on... Oh, man. That Karkadak is just so nasty.
Well, you can do it on the Blight Kings, remember? And then he's got his special ability where you can, if he rolls higher than his leadership, make a -1 to hit. That really hurt him last time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to try doing. Same thing. At least that one works.
Yep, so they're striking last. And then did you want to do your Temptations on him? I believe you roll your 3d6.
Yep. So, 3d6.
You're looking for a 9.
Which did not go off this time.
Ooh, okay. So he will not take the wound, or you will not get the depravity, and he can strike as normal.
Yep.
Okay. So what do I got here?
You're gonna probably want to use your Blight Kings trying to target Helbane, just because it should be an even though he's only got 2 wounds remaining, it's probably gonna be an easy sweep. Unless you want to try going with the Karkadak.
Yeah, I think that's actually no. I'm gonna go with the Blight Kings. So I think they have the better chance. Because I got
the Blight Kings are delayed.
Oh, they're delayed. That's right. So yep. So we'll just go do the Karkadak. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, because the Karkadak is, as we've realized, really is worth his points with the recent point drops.
Yep. So let's pull him up. All right. So we got him first with his Hexed Battle Axe. He has 5 attacks. He is hitting you on 3s.
And are you doing any exploding attacks right now or rerolls?
Nope.
Okay.
And 3 is to wound you. So that is 1 at no rend, but 2 damage.
All right. Looking for a 4-up. I save it.
Nice. And then he's got his Demon-Bound Blade. 3 attacks hitting on 3s. No 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. 1 wound. This will be rend 1.
Looking for a 5. That's not a 5.
This is D3 damage. Just the 1.
All right.
And then I got the claw attacks hitting you on 4s. Nothing. Ooh. It's going to be a whiffer. And then the other, the tail attacks hitting you on 4s. Wounding you on 4s. That is 1 at no rend. Damage 1.
All right. Puts me at 10. I've got 4 wounds remaining on him at this point.
Yep. Where would you like to go for your activation?
I know it's pretty risky. I'm going to go on the Soulfeaster. Just because, well, the Blight... Oh, actually, since they're automatically striking last...
Yeah, it won't matter for there. So I think Helbane?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Helbane into this big unit of Blight Kings.
Okay.
Just because the Nurgle Lord doesn't really... He's not that big of an enabler, is he? For you at this point?
He's just giving me rerolls right now. Of 1.
Pretty important. Your full wounds on the Blight Kings, though, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to try actually killing your character.
Okay.
Just because there's no way I'm going to be able to kill that many Blight Kings and drown out. So I might as well at least take down a character.
Sure.
So still spilling over from the last phase is the command ability, or sorry, the spell, so Refined Senses. So he's still rerolling hit rolls that target a hero.
Okay.
So he's going to start off with his Soul Piercer, which is hitting on 2s. And then with his damage output right now, though, he is going to wound you on a 4.
Okay. He hits. Ooh.
However, am I...
Reroll 6s.
Rerolling.
Still hits.
Looking for a 4. That's not a 4.
Does he get rerolls a wound against the characters?
Reroll hits for attacks, and you can reroll save rolls for heroes. But no. He does not.
Okay.
All right, and then next up, he has the Impaling Claws, which are going to be 3s and 3s.
Does he still get to reroll hits, right?
That's right. Looking for 3s. So it's going to be a 4 on there, which is going to go through. This is a Ren 2.
Okay, so I'm saving on a 6. No? What's the damage?
Because he's super damaged, it's only doing 2 damage.
2 damage. I failed both of those. So I'll put him on 5 wounds. All right. My activation?
Just making sure if there's anything else that can go on with him left. Precision, no. The cloak's not going to matter. I definitely didn't do anything irresistible challenge. Nope, that's all I've got over there.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move these Blight Kings in. Should be able to get all 4 of them in. So that should be 12 attacks into the Hellstriders.
All right.
So these are hitting you on 3s.
And are you getting the any rerolls at this
No
point?
rerolls, but am doing exploding for 3, so that'll be 2 more dice. And then these are wounding you on 3s. Ooh, that's pretty. I think that's pretty good.
So they always have the -1
Yep.
just for the ability for the being in the army. Do they have any other rerolls?
Nope, that's it. So just 8 at Ren 1.
Okay. So 4 up saves, now turn into 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's going to kill 3 overall.
Okay. Which ones do you want to remove?
So let's remove the Banner Bearer. Doesn't make sense at this point. The Champion is right over here. So 2 regular guys, and I do like that Hornblower, but at this point, for consistency reasons, just in case they survive, I don't want to end up losing any due to being outside of range.
Okay.
So at this point, since the Soulfeaster is still going to be striking first over there, I'm going to smack back with those Hellstriders.
Okay.
Just making sure. So the unit that just hit me for Blight Kings, they have just 1 more wound before they have to start.
That was a champion.
Oh, that was a champion, so he's got 2.
He did have 1 wound left. Remember, I believe this unit healed 1.
Oh, that's right. All right. And for this objective, for this game, it's just the amount of models, correct? Or for
Correct.
All right. So even though it was looking pretty good from there, all those Plague Bearers really dampened that. So let's. I'm gonna try killing some Blight Kings.
Sure.
Just because Plague Bearers don't really do a lot of damage, anyways. So I've got 3 attacks, 2 for the champ and 1 for the regular dude. All right, I've got to unfortunately roll that, even though it looked pretty good. And there we go. Is that 6 after you roll?
Nope. Yeah. Sorry. Yep, they're still within range.
All right, so all are hidden. Just the one with a AP 1.
Okay. Blight King, he fails, and he makes it with the Disgusting Resilient.
And then I've got the 2 steeds. Has to be rerolled. Doesn't
Ooh,
matter,
still
instead it's going to
generates.
bring back.
Yep.
All right, so just going to be 1 regular save.
4 up. Fail. Disgusting Resilient, I fail that, so that'll put him on 4 wounds.
I was really hoping to kill some dude, even though I'm pretty weakened, because they end up getting an extra attack due to their innate ability. So what do you want to? You want to try murdering?
I don't think
Helbane?
I don't think order of operations matters right now. So yeah, let's go for Helbane with my Lord of Afflictions. Can you pile? I think he was just out, so let's just pile him in just a hair.
Yep.
So you get all his attacks. I got the Fetter Spear. He's hitting you on 3s. He's rerolling 1s for himself. He is wounding you on 3s. So that is 2 at an effective rend 3.
So he's got a 4 up.
Okay. What, you get +1?
So I get the +1, so looking for rerollable 6s.
Rerollable 6s, yep.
Both of those are not 6s. And both of those are not 6s again, so that's going to take enough to take down.
Yep. 5 damage.
Yeah, unfortunately. However, actually, I do have the Shining Aegis.
Okay.
So I'm just making sure I've got that correct. If this model is armed with this, roll dice each time you allocate a wound or mortal wound on a 6-up ability.
Okay, actually, so you get 6s against the other 12 that we missed there?
Oh, that's right. So we'll have to go back and figure that out.
Oh, no, well, you got 12 wounds, so you've already suffered them.
Okay.
So you get those 12 up saved, yep.
So that's 4, that's 8, and that's 12.
Yep.
So
any 6s here?
So it's going to be 1 and 2.
Okay.
So we'll technically just put those back.
Yep, so he's down 10 wounds. And then you just took 5?
Yep, so that's still enough to end up killing him.
You still get 6s against those.
Oh, all right. So that's down to 10.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just the 1. So
Yep.
that, fortunately, is 14.
Just on the nose. Okay, so that'll take him down. And then, do you have any more activations?
I do. I do have the Soulfeaster out over here. So the Soulfeaster is going to be targeting the... Especially this is rough because the Soulfeaster doesn't have a command ability.
For the pylon attack twice?
Yeah, so that 10-point bargain really isn't a bargain when you look at the necessity for this army. The Karkadak is at full. How many wounds profile does he have?
He only has...
Is it 7 or 8?
8 wounds. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the Lord of Affliction. I think he does have 8. Let's double check. Chaos Lord on Karkadak. 9 wounds.
Ooh, that's pretty tough. So the big thing that determines it right here is if I can kill enough models with him, then it potentially gives me some summoning range.
Yes.
So I think that unfortunately it's easier for me to try killing those Blight Kings.
Well, I mean, so you gotta do 9 wounds to him versus... I guess if you kill 8 you know, you might be able to get
because they have a 4-up.
I guess if you kill 1 Blight King, you could probably have room to summon there.
Yep. So I'm going to try being bold. It hasn't been that great for me all game, but let's try it. So this one is going to use its Sinistrous Hand. The hand ends up working on a 2 and 3. And as always, that has been the story of the game for the keepers. Then he's got, let's see how many attacks with the Elegant Greatblade.
He's taken 10 wounds.
Yeah. So he's got 2 attacks. All right. And will that work? No, it's a 3 with the Greatblade.
Okay.
And then lastly, his Impaling Claws. He has 2 of those, 3s and 3s. And really flubbed out on that.
Okay. So let's go ahead and just activate those Blight Kings. I have 4 of them in range.
Yep.
Okay, so that should be 12 attacks. These are 3s and 3s. Rerolling 1s. That one's leaning weird. Okay, so I missed with 4. But these explode into 11. 4, 6, 10, and 11. And these are 3s to wound you. Okay. Lots of 1s and 2s, but I think it's still enough. That is 10 wounds at Rend 1.
All right, so I've got a 4-up save. Now I've got a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that does not look good for my entire battle plans.
Save 2.
Yeah.
So that's 8 wounds. Yep, that's enough to...
That's unfortunately enough to end up killing him. I'll still get 3 depravity, but it doesn't mean anything at this point because just trying to figure out the army, man, getting double turned in this army and losing all your characters really hurts. Even more so than when you're playing Tzeentch.
Yep, and let me go ahead and make my pylons with the Blight Kings right here. So I'm only going to get 2 that can attack you. So this should be 6 attacks. 3, 4, 5, and 6. These will be hitting you on 3s. These are outside of rerolls, so 3 hits. This one explodes into 6.
Hot dang.
Okay. And wounding you on 3s. Ooh, not bad. That is 5 at round 1.
All right, so I have a 5-up save now. So it looks like that's enough to do 4, and unfortunately I've got 4 wounds, so it's enough to wipe the unit.
Okay. Is that all? I think that's all our activations.
Yep. So the only thing I have remaining at this point is going to be the 5, which are over here, which conveniently were summoned right on the right where the objective landed.
Yep.
So let's end up doing some scoring, and we'll be back.
At the end of the turn, we had technically Battleshock. No one died, or no one that's still alive. So we don't have any Battleshock. We do have points scored. I have both these objectives here. It is turn 3, so that'll be 6 points, which will put me on a whopping 8 points. And we'll be back with Jake's quick turn 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so after losing all my characters, pretty brutal with all the amount of rerolls you've got and the amount of just failed charges and amount of ones I've rolled right when you need it, especially on 2-ups. It's been pretty difficult for me. The only thing I have remaining at this point is the 5 Hellstriders, which have literally been sitting over here this entire game. There is nothing for my hero phase, obviously because there's no heroes remaining. So for my movement, I'm just going to end up moving these back, so right now they're just skirting on that 6 inches just to make sure they claim the objective. And that's just going to be my turn because there's nothing shooting. It doesn't make sense to do any charges at this point. So more just trying to have less of a loss.
Okay.
There's really nothing I can end up doing at this point. So I'm going to end up scoring the 3 points for claiming objective number 2 over here. And at this point, there's nothing to end up rolling overall for objective matters. But we're going to roll for priority.
Yep. So actually that'll net you 3 points, right?
Yep.
So that puts the score, I think that's your first points.
That is my first point just because it was running the normal on first.
Yep, 3 to 8. Okay, priority. Well, 6, you want that double turn?
I mean, it's
yeah.
going to be the exact same repeat as the last one.
Okay, so that'll be a quick turn 4?
Yep.
Okay, so...
So let's go to turn 4. Double turn right here when I've got nothing remaining realistically on the table, which I really wanted for that turn 3 because that would have flipped everything around when you have 130 depravity, which is enough to summon 2 keepers and change. At this point though, for my hero phase, there's nothing to do. Movement doesn't make any sense. There's no shooting, and I'm not going to bother with any charges. So that is my incredibly boring turn 4.
Score 4 points. Put the score at 8 to 7.
Yep.
Okay. We'll be back with my turn. Okay, so we got a quick thing, hero phase right here. First thing up, the Lord of Afflictions healed a wound. Let's see if he can heal himself even further on a 6. Nope. Blight Kings, they do not heal them, or they don't heal themselves. Like I said, nothing. Technically, does he hurt himself? No. And on the Blight Kings, no. So that is it for my hero phase. We will be back after movement. Okay, we're back with the charge phase, or after movement. Basically, everyone just kind of shuffle around the objectives. The Chaos Lord, the Rotbringers, or what are they again? Blight Kings. I forgot the name. And the Lord of Afflictions moved up. The Blight Kings and the Chaos Lord, they ran, but they're within 7 of the tree, so they're going to be able to charge. We worked this out earlier. The Lord of Afflictions, he is 7 inches away.
Yep.
Looking for a 7 here. It's technically a leaner. He got 10. The Blight Kings, they needed a 6.
The Blight Kings need a 7. The
yep,
needs...
7. They get +1 to charge. 10, so they're in there. And the Chaos Lord, oh yeah, 10. He is everyone in there. Everyone is thirsty for battle.
So the good news is, at least for Slaanesh, is at least the slaughter for me is not going to be boring.
So let's go ahead and move these guys. And I guess technically, first one's going to be within half an inch. If I wasn't scooting you around.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys rolled a 10, which would be an 11. So yeah. And you know what? We're just going to attack with the Blight Kings first. We'll just do a quick roll in. They'll make their activation and go in. Since I got 12 attacks with them, that's probably my best bet. Of course, the Lord of Afflictions has got the Rust Fang, so he's going to be giving them -1 to their save.
All right, so I'm stuck at a permanent 5, and then the Blight Kings will make it a 6.
Yep. So here you go. We're hitting you on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of my Lord of Afflictions. Okay, there's my misses. I did get 1 6 that's going to explode into 2, and 3s to wound. Okay, so this will be 2, 4, 6 wounds at rend 1.
All right, so
Oh, sorry, 7 wounds at rend 1.
All right, so 7 wounds with an effective rend 2 now.
Yep.
So looking for 6s. There's 1, so I'll be taking it, unless there's special damage in there.
Nope.
All right, so that's enough to kill 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So from purposes over here, I want to try getting as far away from that Carcajack, even though we know how effective that's going to be overall.
Okay. And then your activation?
At this point, you've got 4 wounds on him.
Yep.
Just because he is an appealing last turn. Surprisingly, very resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Just been disgusting, if you will. 1 wound remains, or 1 wound only on that. Not looking good for me. I'm just going to throw him into the Blight Kings. It's not like there's much that I can do at this point.
Sure.
So 3 attacks. I usually don't actually like the whips.
No.
Just because, especially if you're running the battalion, doesn't make a lot of sense because they already move extra fast.
Yeah, it was just the models we had.
Yep. So, let's see. So there's that. The 2 ain't going to work. I'm making sure that with the whips, it's nothing special. The whips are 3s and 4s. And they're flubbing.
Okay.
And then lastly, I do have their steeds, which are 3s and 4s as well. So at 6, oh, at least it comes back.
Yep.
All right, so it's going to be 1 regular wound.
Nope, I fail. So I put him on 2 wounds.
Yep.
Then I got the Lord of Afflictions. He's just going to send everything in there. Feather Spike Spear. He's hitting on 3s. He's wounding you on 3s. Wow. Okay, so that's an effective rend 3.
So I can't do anything.
Nope.
This is rend 3.
D3 damage. 2, 4, 5 damage.
All right, and that's enough to wipe the unit.
Yep. We'll be back with. So that's technically for doing points.
Yep, you got to count them.
At the end of the turn, this is turn 4. I will score 12 points for all the objectives, putting me on 19 to 8.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 12 points. I'm on the other player. 20 to 7. So we'll be back with the wrap up.
Sounds good.
And there we have it, a victory for the Maggot Kin of Nurgle. Jake, what were your thoughts on that game?
Narlma always continues to impress me, especially when you summon a second one. The ability to run with that, especially when you roll really high, or just use a command point just for that fix 6.
Yep.
First time playing the army, really absolutely love it. Makes a lot of sense. I can fully understand now why there was a lot of the animosity towards the special host and why they did bump up a lot of the creatures to end up summoning, even though I didn't end up doing it. Really learned a lot. Just even though I had 130 depravity at the end, it doesn't matter if you don't have any characters. I'll figure out some little bit of changes on it.
Yeah,
I like playing it though.
Yeah, I think we said maybe next time we'll try it without the battalion.
Yeah.
Add some more bodies, another unit of Hellstriders, and then we should have enough points to change the Soulfeaster into a regular keeper.
Yeah, just little stuff like that. Really looking forward to it. I said hopefully in the next few weeks, or actually in the next few battle reports, you end up seeing my actual Slaanesh host. Very different than James's. overall in aesthetic and feel. James, man, it's one of those things. The Carcajack didn't rip and shred like it normally does, but the Blight Kings just in this with the Rend 1 when they explode, it doesn't matter. It really rips through stuff.
Yeah, they are definitely the MVPs of the game.
Beyond getting the double turn on turn 3, which really prevented me from using all my summoning, was there any other major thing for you? Beyond seeing the keeper fail twice with ones.
I know. As many of you might know, I forgot to do I gotta learn my wield a little bit better. That second turn, I should have been getting +1 to wound. I don't know if it made a difference or not.
It would have been made more bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, probably. Just remembering those rules. Just playing a lot of different armies. There's a lot of rules to remember for each one, and we don't get that practice like we should. But hey, we're trying our best. Yeah.
If you notice that I end up missing anything, once again, looking forward to getting the insights of all the other gamers out there. Please let me know. I said really like the feel of it and want to keep on playing Slaanesh in the future more.
Cool. And with that said, we hope you had as much fun watching it as we had filming it. Stay tuned for more battle reports.